This is my critique on Tina Luna's How a Penny Made Me Feel Like a Millionaire TED Talk. Now, the former speech was a storytelling of her life and of her husband's life and her dog's life, of how she first was from the Ukraine and came over to America, and how when they were in Ukraine, they were not wealthy enough to do the things that normal Americans have done. But they made everything that they had special, no matter what it was. When they came to America, they first stayed at a homeless shelter, but they thought it was a hotel just with a lot of people and roaches. The penny she found with her grandmother, which is where the story gets its title, it made her feel like she could get anything with it. She wanted to get a pack of bazooka bubblegum because in Ukraine she can only get one piece and have to save it for a week because it never really came there. So the content, it was rich with content. It had a lot. Like I said, it talked about her husband's life, of how about the same way he lived in motels, but the motels were stingy with when they had food and couldn't pay for it. So they just had to he had to live with it, and all the things that he had, like his little box with magazines and GI Joe was painted like Spider Man and a bunch of other stuff. He felt grateful for it because it was there and it made him feel he felt something with those. Um, Organization from the beginning of her life to the end of her to where her life is presently, where this video was taken, which was July 2012. The takeaway I got was to feel gratitude for the little things, which is also the closing, because even though it was a penny or a box of comic books and GI Joes, they still, even through the bad times, had something that they felt good about themselves and made themselves feel, I guess, safer. And thinking of the little things, it makes you happy. So happiness overall was the key part for this. Volume, it was not so loud, unfortunately. I think she could have been a little louder, but I guess it was a heartwarming story, so she didn't want to be, it wasn't really like an ecstatic kind of story. Pacing, good, nice flow. And the pacing didn't go too fast. She wasn't speeding through things and trying to get over it. She wasn't nervous, so that was also good. Audience attention. The audience was deep into it. Actually, a couple people were tearing up and crying because of the story was so touching, and it just made people think about how the good you need certain little things, no matter how much they cost. Even something very small, like a Sudoku puzzle, can make you feel very happy, even in the bad times. Um, so that's pretty much all. I think overall was a pretty good TED Talk for a 5 minute video, and I will post the link to it afterwards. Good afternoon.